Hi guys, welcome to Football Mad Cocks, and today we'll be doing Premier League predictions week 6. It's going to be a very interesting week this week. There's two massive games this week.
Some big games, yes.
Yeah, very big games.
Some very interesting games as well.
Yes.
So let's
just get started.
There's obviously tomorrow. There's 2 games at 12:30.
Oh, there's 2.
But there's only one on TV, and Man United versus Aston Villa is.
Man United versus.
That's not on TV, by the way.
Man United versus Aston Villa. Going to be an interesting game. Manchester United, they're doing well. They've played well so far this season. Just beat West Ham last week.
I thought they were very lucky against West Ham.
Very lucky against West Ham last week.
And I think they've been quite lucky against Wolves as well.
Yeah.
If Wolves a few weeks ago, if Wolves took the chances, they would have drawn that game.
Yeah.
But don't take nothing away from Man United. Yeah. They've won the games. They've got the job done. So the joint top of the league, third actually. Liverpool. They're actually third at.
Yeah, you know the joint second. They're second or something. Liverpool and Chelsea are joint first technically.
Yeah, the same goal difference.
Yeah.
No, I think Liverpool are top.
No, Chelsea are top.
Oh no, Chelsea scored 3, didn't they, against Tottenham?
Yeah. But I think United will win. I am going for United 2, Aston Villa 0.
Yeah, I'm going to go very similar, but I'm going to go Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 1.
Alright, so 2-0 United. Alright, okay.
2-1 United.
Yeah. 2-1 United. So, I said 2-0 United, you said 2-1 United.
Moving on to the biggest game of the weekend. Yeah. It is Chelsea versus Manchester City.
Oh my God.
This is a very interesting one. Manchester City's form isn't great at the moment.
Manchester City drew with Southampton last week. 0-0, no goals for Manchester City.
Manchester City got a very tough fixture list. They've got a big Champions League game during the week. Chelsea tomorrow, of course. Yeah. Liverpool next Sunday.
A couple of weeks ago, Manchester City faced RB Leipzig. Absolutely dominated them. They won like 6-3, 6-2. I forgot what the score was, but Manchester City were very dominant in that game. Will Manchester City be dominant in this game though? To be honest, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go for a Chelsea win here. I'm going to choose Chelsea 2, Manchester City 1. Going 2-1 Chelsea.
That's a big shout.
2-1 Chelsea.
In my opinion, I think it's between Liverpool and Chelsea, the title.
Do you?
Yes, I think City at the moment are out of the equation.
Yes.
And I think they will be tomorrow. I'm going to go same as you.
You're going same.
Chelsea 2, Manchester City 1.
Yeah.
I just can't see City winning the game, to be honest.
I can't see City winning
just
the
game.
Form.
They weren't even that good against Southampton. Southampton had chances last week.
Yeah. 0-0.
So, Southampton were given a penalty, what was overturned.
But yeah, they haven't had the greatest start for Manchester City.
But Chelsea looking good.
But it happened with last season though, didn't it?
It did, but
last season.
I don't know, it just doesn't look...
It's not looking good so far, right?
They can't beat Southampton at home.
And they lost to Tottenham.
They've lost to Tottenham, and I think they're going to lose tomorrow. Like, that's 2 defeats already and a draw. Like,
I completely agree. Chelsea will win tomorrow.
Man City weren't playing well, didn't start well, but they weren't losing games or drawing games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, you know. So, Chelsea looking good.
We're both going for a Chelsea win here.
Chelsea looking good. Chelsea beating Tottenham 3-0 last week. Tottenham were absolutely terrible.
And obviously, Chelsea are the only team in the league to not concede from open play.
Yes, that's true. Yes,
that's true. So we'll City score past them.
So Liverpool and Chelsea have both conceded 1 goal.
Yeah,
and they've scored the same amount as well. I think.
Yeah, they have.
They seem to be winning 3-0 both times. I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow. But Chelsea looking good.
It's a very hard game for Chelsea though. It really is. But I feel like Chelsea will just nick it 2-1.
So Chelsea looking good. Yeah. I think they'll still be looking good after this week.
Yeah.
City though got to book their ideas up really.
Yeah, they do.
City have got Liverpool next Sunday.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they?
So
very interesting.
City have got to win.
Where's that? Anfield.
It's at Anfield. It's 2 massive away games. They used to get in the 2 big away games home and done with Man City, but listen, they've got to win one of them. They have to.
They have to win one of them.
And in my own opinion, I don't think they will.
No. Anyway, moving on.
Watford versus Newcastle.
Yeah, this is one to miss out on, isn't it?
Well, it's 3 o'clock, so I will anyway.
To be honest,
it's quite an interesting one in a way.
I don't know what to go for here.
Watford are looking fairly decent, to be honest.
Watford, did they win? I think they won.
They beat Norwich 3-1.
Yeah, but that's Norwich, though, isn't it? Norwich for you. To be honest, you know what? I'm gonna go for a Watford win. I'm gonna go Watford 2. No. I'm gonna go Watford 1, Newcastle 0. shout.
I'm going to go very similar. I'm going to go Watford 2, Newcastle 0.
Oh, so we're both going for Watford wins.
Yes.
All right, decent.
Moving.
See, that's Watford. We were expecting a definitely worse start, but they're having a very good season so far.
They picked up some important points on the way. I think they might potentially be all right.
Yeah.
Moving on to Leicester versus Burnley.
Oh. You see, Burnley right now, they're in a really, really bad place.
Yeah, but they usually are at the start of the season.
Yeah, they usually are. Leicester, they're not doing great, are they?
It usually takes time for Burnley to get into gear. Leicester,
what's going on with Leicester?
I don't know.
Will they even get Europa League this season? What are they doing?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
I think they'll win this game, though.
But, yeah, they did lose to Brighton last week, surprisingly, what was pretty shocking. But I do think Leicester will win as well. I'm going Leicester 2, Burnley 1.
I'm going to go Leicester 2, Burnley 0.
All right, okay, decent. Moving on.
To Leeds versus West Ham, and this is quite an interesting game.
Leeds have had a very, very disappointing start so far. They haven't won a game yet.
You know, they're really good to watch, though. I don't know, they've had quite a hard start. Man United and Liverpool, the way they played, they're always going to get absolutely battered. Whenever Leeds are going to play a big team, like teams like Man United, Liverpool or Chelsea, they're going to get battered just the way they play.
Yeah. Especially against United, and they got smashed against Liverpool.
Yeah, it could have been 7-8-0 against Liverpool. No jokes. They're a good team though. No, there's no denying that.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to be going down.
But I think the bad start to the season is going to continue.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's going to be Leeds 1, West Ham 2.
Even though West Ham did lose last week, it might not really give them that much.
They'll play Man United. I thought they were lucky.
Yeah, I will go for a West Ham win. I'm going exactly the same as you. Leeds United 1, West Ham 2. So yeah,
moving on to Everton versus Norwich. And Norwich haven't even picked up a point this season. Not 1 point.
Could this be the place? Because remember last season what Norwich was in. Norwich actually beat Everton at Goodison Park.
How could they beat them last season at Goodison Park? They weren't even in the Premier League.
Well, the last season Norwich were in.
Did they?
Yeah, they beat Everton at Goodison Park, I remember.
What score?
It was like 2-0 Norwich, 2-1.
You sure that wasn't Fulham?
No.
I don't remember this, by the way.
No, I don't, but... Well, I do. I do. Sorry, I do. I believe. Oh, it might have been at Carrow Road. I don't know, but
I think it was probably at Carrow
I think it
Road.
was the last game. The Everton manager was on. I don't know who the Everton manager was at the time.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You need to look it up. I don't know.
I don't really care.
I do think Everton will win. I'm going Everton 2, Norwich City 0.
And we've got Everton 3, Norwich 1.
Wow. All right.
I think, yeah. No, I think no points is going to continue.
No. Will they even get a point? Like, they're awful. They're awful.
Yeah, they are quite
How many
bad.
Games do you think Norwich will win this season?
It won't be many at this rate.
It'll probably be about
unless
2.
they sack the manager.
Yeah.
It's weird one. They're too good for the Championship, but they're just nowhere near good enough for the Prem.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Yeah. Your team.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Brentford versus Liverpool, another big game.
Yeah, very interesting. Newly promoted Brentford. This is the first time Brentford will have faced Liverpool in a long time. It's going to be an interesting game, but Liverpool will nick it. I'm going Brentford 0, Liverpool 2.
I'm going to go similar, but I'm going to go Brentford 0, Liverpool 3.
3-0 Liverpool again. So you're going to throw another 3-0 for Liverpool.
Liverpool, mate. I'm telling you, I sense that Liverpool could win the league this season.
You never know. In front of Brentford's home, it's going to be hard.
It's not going to be easy, don't get me wrong.
It's not.
When you've got like Van Dijk at the back, everything's all right. You know what I mean? No one can beat us.
He's the reason why Liverpool did so shit last time.
Van Dijk hasn't even lost at Anfield before. It's like, what the hell?
But yeah. But anyway, moving on
to Southampton versus Wolves.
Yeah.
What a boring game.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm at work for this one. Oh my
god. What is going on with these two teams? Jesus Christ.
I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1.
Yeah, same. I agree. Southampton 1, Wolves 1.
Straight
like, what happened like with Wolves last week? They got absolutely dominated by Brentford 2-0. And Southampton, no. They did get a point against Manchester City, so...
To be fair to them.
Yeah, to be fair. But this is a draw over here. Southampton 1, Wolves 1. who cares? Moving on.
Moving on to their derby.
The derby, the very big, the biggest London derby out
At
there.
the Emirates, the biggest London derby. It's my best as well, to be honest. It is Arsenal versus Tottenham.
I'm going straight out there. It's going to be a draw. Arsenal 1, Tottenham 1.
I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Tottenham 2.
Oh, man, bloody hell.
I'm going to go on another
So
level.
we both agree that it's going to be a draw. Like, both of these teams are awful.
Oh, they're
They're
shocking.
pathetic.
I'm not being funny, but flipping the smaller teams like flipping West Ham or like Brentford have played better than these two teams. Honestly,
Honestly, what are these teams doing?
like these two are massive clubs and they act like small clubs.
They're probably the two biggest clubs in London, and they're bloody losing.
Well, yeah, but they're like they're one of the biggest clubs, one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League,
Yeah.
and they act like a small club.
Like,
It's like what
like
the hell?
Arsenal are just, yeah, they are winning their last 2 games, but they're only 1-0.
Yeah, who've they played though? Burnley and
Norwich.
Norwich. Mate, if you're not winning them games, you've got something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what
But
I mean?
this is a draw.
Now,
But
they-
if there was going to be a winner for this game, who do you think would win?
I don't know, you know. I think, well, Tottenham were an absolute joke last week against Chelsea.
Yeah, absolute joke.
That's a good question, actually. I haven't got a clue.
I'd probably think Arsenal would win. I'd just say Arsenal would win because
I don't know. I don't know.
it just proves how shit both of these teams have been this
I
season.
can't see any of these sides winning
Like,
this game.
do you know how many goals Tottenham have only scored this season? They've only scored 3 goals this season. 3.
And
3 of them.
how many has Harry Kane got? 1.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
Anyway, moving off to Tottenham and Arsenal because
They're both shit.
they're a big club, but they act like a small club.
Yeah, they're awful.
So anyway, let's move on to Palace, who will probably play better than both Arsenal and Tottenham put together.
Yeah, Crystal Palace versus Brighton, and it's a derby.
Oh yeah, no derby, innit?
Another derby.
Monday Night
It's a-
Football.
It's an interesting one. It's fine, but
I think Palace will win.
whoa, you really think?
Yeah, Palace 2-0.
Oh wow, I am gonna go for Crystal Palace 1, Brighton 1, 1-1 draw. But yeah, is that God? Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, that's it. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below what's going to be the biggest game of the weekend.
Liverpool, Brentford. Jokes.
Chelsea City, mate. It's 12:30. That'll be happening.
I won't be able to watch it. I'm at work.
It's very.
No, I might not be actually.
It's very.
Ah, yes.
It's very going to be interesting, that game. And it's like the same with Arsenal, Tottenham as well, and of course Liverpool, Brentford. It's going to be a very interesting weekend for the Premier League. Probably one of the most interesting weekends so far. And yeah, but anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and bye. Peace.